top over. Jesus God.
So I'm going to start a journey. That journey is I'm going to find my show dog. What in the world does that mean? Well, I have been a fan of dog shows and purebred dogs and all of that for a very long time, and I want to participate. The problem that I've had, though, is that I've tried to narrow it down from like 350 breeds to one. And surprise, that's not even remotely easy. Because truthfully, I like pretty much every single dog. Every single one. I like wire hair, I like long hair, I like short hair. I don't like any sort of hairless. That's a rule. I'm not doing that. But I do like lots of other breeds. I have different requirements and different things that I'm wanting, and it's not really been that easy to even define the things that I want, because dog breeds can mean different things for a lot of people. There's a dog breed for every single walk of life, and I just want to try to find the one that fits into mine the most. So that's why I'm going to make this video as I do it, because I know there are other people out there that do the same thing as me. There are other people out there that want to find the best dog breed for them. So I'm going to talk about how I'm going to do that, what direction I'm going to go, and why I'm going to go that direction, why I care about some breeds, I care less about others, what motivates me to pick the breed. So I'm going to try to pick one. On TikTok, I did a video, or a bunch of videos, a very long series, where I went over all 201 recognized dog breeds in the AKC. I'm not doing that on this video. It's a lot of breeds, okay? I have gone through them all and I remembered them all. I'm never new to a dog breed. As someone whose hyperfixation has been dog breeds for about 30 of my 33 years of life, I can tell you that I've considered getting every single dog breed. Also, I love how my current dogs are like, let's go and play right now. They have been sleeping all day until I've been standing here talking. Like I said, I've known dog breeds for my entire life. I spent so many hours watching Dogs 101. And before Dogs 101 on Animal Planet, there was Breed All About It. I loved Breed All About It. That was, I think, in the 90s. I loved that. There used to be an Animal Planet called That's My Baby, where they would have purebred dogs, have litters, and all kinds of things. I love it. I love the idea of breeding a dog for conformation. I love the idea of showing that dog, picking which dog benefits you the most, and picking what traits you want in your dog, and breeding those traits. Figuring out how to improve the breed, all that kind of thing. I love it. That's what I want to do. And that's why I chose to start this farm in the first place. Now, I don't raise dogs on this farm yet. I will. But I do breed rabbits. I have an entire breeding program. And I choose what rabbits I'm going to breed based on certain characteristics that fit the standard for the breed of rabbit that I raise. And I'm fascinated by that. I wanted to start this series kind of trying to narrow down what my 5 were and actually discuss why I narrowed down to those 5. Now, with these 5, I could have gone a lot of different directions. These 5 that I'm coming up with are the dogs that I am interested in getting and that are good for me at the time, okay? The dogs that I'm interested in getting and that are good for me right now. I currently live in a less than 1,000 square foot home with a husband, 2 dogs, and a cat. Now, I'm not going to get my dog for a couple of years. Some people in the house may not be here then, which sounds sad, but it's part of life. I have this small space. I live on a farm. I don't have a lot of dog stuff near me. I don't have a lot of places to walk with the dog. I mean, I have a lot of places to run it and stuff, but I don't like to run it out in the backyard, but I don't have a ton of walking places. So first I needed to decide if I wanted a recognized breed or if I wanted a breed that was in the miscellaneous class or the FSS class, which are just the not recognized breeds so far in the United States. And then there are even more after that are not at all part of any kennel registry here in the States. So, well, other than the UKC, excuse me, any nonprofit kennel club, sorry. But I have to figure out whether or not I want to get one of the recognized ones or the not recognized ones. I really like a few of the breeds, like the Shapendoi that's in the FSS. I really like the Russian Balanka, which is about to be in the top 5, or excuse me, in the 201, so that actually changed. I like a few of the breeds in the FSS. I like the Catalan Sheepdog that is not even in any of them. It's in the UKC and it's recognized in the FCI. So I was like, well, I can't show anything that's like that, right? I want a dog that I can actually get out and show today. Right? If I got the dog, other than obviously I got to raise it, but like it's registered, it's ready to go today. So I wanted to choose that. So I narrowed it down to that 201. My dream dog is my number 1. It's going to probably say my number 1, but we'll see. People on TikTok know which one that is, but the other 4, it was kind of a little bit of hard work trying to figure out who those people were going to be. So I did a lot of research. I've researched my whole life, so I started thinking about it more. I started looking up breeders and looking up information and all these things, and I have narrowed it down to 5 dogs. Are we ready to go? Number 5 is the Hungarian Pumi. The Hungarian Pumi is a dog that is bred out of Hungary. I know that's shocking. It is very closely related to the Puli, to the Commodore, to the Moody. All of those Hungarian breeds that are herding and flock guardian breeds, they all kind of came from the same place. And the Pumi is one of them, right? It's the longer haired, curly haired one. I think they're the cutest things in the world. I think they're rare enough that I'm okay with getting involved because I want something that's different, right? Because I want something that is a little rarer. I don't want the same dog as everybody. I want a kind of unique dog. So the Pumi fits number 5. It's probably going to be the first to drop off. I went to a dog show. I absolutely loved it. But the negatives are, 1, it doesn't fit in a plane. You're going to see that that's going to be a big deal for me in a second. It doesn't fit under the seat in a plane, so I'd have to put it in the storage, and that freaks me out. Number 2, or in the check bag, excuse me. Or number 2, it's high energy, right? It's bouncing off the walls. Number 3, I think it barks a lot. Don't love that. It's the type of dog that's a herding dog. So it herds by barking. That is, I hate the idea of that. So the other one, let's see, what else would there be? So positives are they're cute as hell. They're a herding dog, which are my favorite. They are going to be super trainable. They're going to be super smart, and they can do anything. They can run for a long time. They can do agility. They can do conformation. They can probably do obedience if you work hard, different things. The Pumi, I think, fits a lot of things for me. So I'm thinking about a Pumi. Number 4, this one is really rare. The Cesky Terrier. The Cesky Terrier is really low in the rankings. I'll post here where they are in the rankings as far as popularity goes. There are very few breeders, very few dogs entered, very few dogs registered every year. There's just not that many dogs, which I think is kind of cool. I like the idea of having a newer breed. It's from the 40s/50s. They were created by crossing a Sealyham and a Scottish Terrier and kind of breeding down from there and recrossing and different things. So they're a combination of the Sealyham and the Scotty. And another major positive of them is that they can fit on a plane if I get the smaller ones. They are clipped. They are not hand stripped, so I don't have to learn how to hand strip if I groom. So you just clip, which it's still an art form, like figuring out how to clip them, but I can clip and not hand strip, which is big. I love the look of them. I love the Terriers. I love the Terriers. It kind of combines the things that I really like about the Scotty and the Sealyham, which are both breeds that I really like. The Sealyham, I don't like that it's white. The Scotty, I don't like that its ears are pricked. So I just want the combination of the two, which is kind of the Cesky. But the negatives include that it's just the cross of a Scotty and a Sealyham. Like, it doesn't have a lot of history to it, right? Like, there is someone who came up with it. There is a culture that, like, celebrates this dog. Like, it is known in Cesky. It's the national dog of the Czech Republic, I believe. Sure, it is a thing, but it's really just a cross between the Scottish and the Sealyham. I don't love that. I want something with culture. I want something with history. I want something with a little bit more, something that, more of a human element, really. I guess that's what I want. Another negative is that it'd be hard to show. Nobody has them. So in order to show and actually get championships and win, you have to show against your own breed first. That's the biggest thing, right? You got to earn your cred there before you can ever even go to group. So I'm like, well, if I got to find Ceskys somewhere, I guess I would have to get all of the points in one show. I don't really know. I guess, I don't know how easy it would be to get a championship on a Cesky. I don't know what the likelihood of a Cesky winning is in the show ring. I don't think they ever really win. They're not really seen as like one of the nice Terriers or the easy cool Terriers or whatever. Like, I think they're a little bit down. So I don't know. That's a negative, right? I want a dog that's competitive, but I don't really want to like use or pick a dog that's competitive and has a lot of dogs out there if I don't really want the dog, right? Like, so it's trying to figure out the balance, which is why I put the Cesky at number 4. If it was easier to show and more popular by a little bit, maybe I would move it up. But that's the biggest reason I would put that down at number 4. Number 3 is the Italian Greyhound. The Italian Greyhound, positives, it's little. Number 2, it looks crazy. I love a funny looking dog, okay? I love the size of the Italian Greyhound. It fits under the seat in the plane, but apparently they have to kind of lay down. I don't love that. I don't want it to be like smushed and stuff in the plane, but I do like the idea of it being able to go to the plane, like I have said before. Things I don't like about it, they get really cold really easily. You got to keep them clothed in some situations, which I don't love. They break legs really easily, especially when they're little, under a year old. They are a little crazy. They run around like crazy. That's not like crazy. It's not that bad. It's just like, that's a thing that every dog's going to do. But the Italian Greyhound, it just can bound everywhere, and it's so freaking fast. that's kind of it. I guess. I really like them. A big negative to me is that they're more popular. While I like them, I want to be part of helping a breed. I want to be part of saving a breed, kind of. Like, you know, I want to be part of the movement to help breeds and not necessarily just kind of like continue breeds that other people are already doing. Like, I don't know. Like, they're not, it's not like they're so popular. I think they're like 49, 48, something like that. But like, number 2, Affenpinscher. I would actually say this is probably the most likely. It's just not my dream dog. The Affenpinscher, I love how little it is. I love that it's kind of a terrier. I love that it's a little wire hair, that it actually is hand stripped. I kind of want to learn how to do it. I like the idea of grooming a dog a little bit before a show. That adds a little bit part of the, or that adds a little bit of an element onto it. I meant to mention in the Italian Greyhound, you don't have to really groom much, right? That's one thing. But no, in the Affenpinscher, I really like how they look. They look funny, right? They're called the monkey dog. They are a toy terrier, essentially. They started as a terrier and they were just kind of bred down to be an Affenpinscher, which is literally means monkey terrier or monkey dog. I don't remember which, but they're not very popular. One did win Westminster Best in Show in 2013. Banana Joe did. There are a couple of breeders that I'm finding that I'm trying to get out there. I really like them. That's why I think they'll probably be number 1. And because frankly, its only weakness is that it's not actually the current number 1. So that's pretty much the only weakness that it has. I love them. They're smart, I think. They're not going to be like your greatest obedience dog, I don't think, but they're decent. They can do anything. They can also relax if you want them to, and that is really appealing to me. So I would say the Affenpinscher is most likely. And then number 1, if you follow me on TikTok, you know what my favorite breed is. It has been my favorite breed since the day I saw the picture of it. Like 30 years ago in a dog book or something. And I have remembered this breed my entire life. And I have always been like, that's the coolest breed. And as I got older, I was like, hey, that's what I'm going to get. And that is the Briard. The Briard is a French herding breed. It's a large breed, long hair, long goat hair. It's meant to be able to work in the elements and also protect it from enemies and like wolves and coyotes and whatever they got in France, I don't know. They're, like I said, they're big. They're smart. Herding group is my favorite. I have a farm where I want stock to actually herd. Major benefit, which benefits same with the Pumi, but the Briard I love the long hair. I'm a huge fan of a shaggy dog. There's lots of breeds that I didn't put on here. I'm a huge fan of just a shaggy dog. I mean, the Affenpinscher, the Pumi, now the Briard, the Cesky is just not the Italian Greyhound. But I love that long hair. I love that shagginess. I love the size of them. I kind of want a dog that's bigger. I want a more substantial dog, especially out here in the country. Like, I don't mind the idea of having a dog maybe other people don't want to mess with. I don't think that's a bad thing. They are not the most popular. I think they're like 150 or so they're pretty far down there. There's not too many of them in the show ring, but I think that there's still enough that I think that sounds fun. I don't know. I just love them. At the end of the day, it's not even about the reasons that I can clarify. It's just the dog that I love, right? Ever since I saw it, it's been the dream dog for me. But it's a lot. It needs a lot of socialization. It needs a lot of training. It needs a lot of work. It's not that I'm opposed to putting in that work, but I need to be able to commit to that. I need to be ready to commit to that because it starts immediately when you get the puppy. Even if you get it at 10 weeks old, you got to start socializing that puppy. You got to get it out. You got to let it see things. Otherwise, you're going to have a problem on your hands. You're going to have a dog that isn't well adjusted, that might get aggressive, that might whatever, and that's going to be a problem because this dog is huge, right? This big, fluffy dog, if it starts coming at people, it's going to be a problem and it can do some damage. So you got to really be careful with that. And that's the reason I may not get it, is because I just don't know that I'm ready for it. One day I'm going to have one. There's no question in my mind. One day I will have a Briard. It's a matter of when. I don't know when. We'll see. So those are my 5 breeds. What do you think? Do you like where I'm at? Stay tuned. We're going to do this every so often. I'm going to do some interviews. I'm going to go see some dogs. I'm going to go to dog shows. I'm going to have more conversations. So stay tuned. I'm going to find this dog breed. I'm going to go get this dog and I'm going to show that dog and you're going to be with me every step of the way. See you soon.